So just before we get started in this video, I have a special announcement. I will be doing build-up and media coverage for this year's charity game from Eve's Trust for Doncaster Rovers versus Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, May the 7th at the Eco Park Stadium. Now, for those of you who want to come to the event, the QR code is on the poster. If you want to go to the event direct, it's on the Rovers ticket office page under events. In addition, the charity has given the option for all Rovers season ticket holders to receive a 50% discount, especially after a difficult season. So please, please, please come to the event. We've already had Chris Brunt, Chris Waddle, Jason Price, Rob Jones, and of course, the Man Mountain himself, the legend, the icon, James Coppinger, returning to the pitch for the first time in a couple of years. So please come to the event. Please come and support the charity. It would really mean a lot to all of us. Let's get into this video.
Right, foot to top. Doncaster Rovers have done it.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the CHALL, your Doncaster Rovers fan, and welcome to this match preview. Now, today we are looking into the match preview for Charlton Athletic's visit to the Eco Park Stadium. Now, first of all, if there are any Charlton Athletic fans that want to be on the vlog or any fan cams after the match, at the end of the match, I will be at the away section where the away coaches are. If you do want to speak to me, any home fans that want to speak to me, if you see me outside the ground, don't be afraid to say hi. Otherwise, I will be at that away section. I will be at those away coaches if any home fans want to come and speak to me as well. Also, guys, if you do want to be on the vlog, make sure you spot me around the stadium. I will be there quite early, so, you know, by the time you guys arrive, I'll still already be there. So yeah, all fans are welcome, all fan opinions are welcome, and yeah, let's get straight into this because I think this is going to be a very interesting match. So obviously Charlton have come off the back of 2 victories in the week. Before that, they were on a torrid run. But it seems like everything's pointing to us getting absolutely annihilated tomorrow. Charlton have got their strongest players back. We've got 2 people in international, another player out for the season. We've got not the form in our favour. It just feels like it's pointing towards us getting battered. But I think the spirit of relegation might spur us on. I don't know why, but I've just got this optimism. I want to, and it's not that I want this optimism. I think I have to have this optimism because if people like me don't have optimism that we're going to stay up, who else has got optimism? And then what's going to happen to the squad then? It's just all going to fall apart. So yeah, a lot's going on at the club this week. Kieran Agard's out for the season. Like I said, we've got Galbraith on Rebecca on international duty. In fact, Galbraith's starting today in his game. So best of luck to Ethan. For me, it's just, I don't know, a lot's happened this week. Gary McSheffrey's come out in the media the previous day or two and said, you know, we're going to have a new physio joining us and a new first-team analyst joining us off the pitch. Free Press has come out and said we're close to appointing a new coach for the under-18s, which I'm guessing is going to be the replacement to Gary McSheffrey or some kind. I know he was under-18s manager, but you get what I mean. Like a sort of spot filled in the under-18s where Gary McSheffrey probably was. Or maybe it's some kind of new addition. Maybe it is an addition to what they've already got. Maybe they've already filled the slots. It's just an additional person, which is even better. But yeah, it's a weird one for me. It's a really weird one. Really weird week. But yeah, like I said, I think Fan Banter, I mean, the name, don't let the name fool you, but it's a proper site, proper news site, and apparently, according to them, we are 95% predicted to be relegated this season, which, you know, I don't blame them. 95%'s a realistic statistic, but, you know, the really big thing is, we're still 4 points from safety. If we win this and other people lose around us, we're only going to have to win against Wickham next week away. And then we're out the relegation zone, especially if people lose again the following week. So, you know, if other teams around us lose the next 2 weeks and we win our next 2 games, we are outside that relegation zone. It's as simple as that. I mean, would that change the situation? I reckon it might do. I reckon it could help the situation if we win those next 2 games. You know, we can't just rely on other people's luck anymore. We've got to, we've got to do it ourselves now, but we've not really shown that we have done or we're able to do. We cannot get battered by Charlton. Everything's pointing to it, but we cannot get battered by this lot. We were battered already 4-0. We can't roll over and take another battering. You know, if Gary McSheffrey's, closed the gap from like 11, 12 points to 4, and yet we still get battered. We still get battered by Cheltenham. We still get battered by Rotherham. We still get battered by, if we get battered again by Charlton, then come on. I mean, what else has changed apart from closing the gap a little bit? There's not really much that's changed. So, obviously the mood in the camp feels better, don't get me wrong, and I think the personnel has been better than the summer, but I think there's still weak points in that squad that needs to be addressed this summer, that needs to be addressed in training, that needs to be addressed on the pitch. Will we do that or not in the nick of time is still anyone's guess. A lot of people have written us off, and they said to the manager in the media this week, a lot of fans have wrote the season off, and the question was, what do we do to keep those people on board? What do we do to make sure we don't write ourselves off? There's still 24 points to play for. I think it's 21. I think we're predicted to get 8 points from the rest of this season, according to Fan Banter. I think we're predicted to finish 22nd on 37 points, and we're on 29 right now. I think, or 30, one of the two. So I think we've only got 7 or 8 points to get out of the rest of these games to go towards that prediction. But if we get more than that, that'll help us in the long run. So for me, I think it's going to be an interesting one. But let's go into my predicted lineup. Like I said, Charlton, they've been on a very, very good run, a decent run these last couple of games. So let's get them back on that losing run, shall we? Especially with their strongest players back. Imagine being able to beat a Charlton side with their strongest players back, or some of their strongest players back. It would prove our toughness and improve our morale, and hope for the clean sheet, and not really having taken anything from Fleetwood in the past. Let those two be the positives going into this game. Don't let the rest of the game fool you. We took a clean sheet and we took something out of Fleetwood, which is not what we usually do. So let's take that into tomorrow. Let's get a clean sheet if we need to. If not, let's try and see out a victory if we need to. Don't make stupid mistakes. Don't play the ball stupid. Don't play silly hoofball tactics when it's not working. And just play the carpet football right. That's the best stuff we've played, the carpet football. Even under Richie Wellens, we had moments of the 1-2s and the carpet along the ground football. That was our best football, because that was our philosophy about a decade ago. So, predicted lineup, I've gone with a 3-4-1-2. You could look at it as a 5-3-2. I've gone with Alowu, Williams and Noel as a back 3 in front of Mitchell in goal. I think Mitchell in goal's earned his spot, as usual. I think Younger, I don't think will be fit enough to start, so that's why I think Noel will probably start in that position. But also, I think we're going to see wing-backs as Jackson and Barlow. I think Barlow's earned his spot for me. Barlow's earned his spot. I know people said sub him, but I think Barlow's earned his starting spot. I think he was one of the better players against Fleetwood, to be honest. We know Galbraith's an international, so I've gone with Bostock and Smith. That has to be the midfield for me. Has to be the midfield. It can't be anything else. If he starts Gardner or Smith's been dropped and there's no Bostock either, I'm going to be raging, because I'm like, well, unless it's an explanation, this is a good explanation behind it, which, with the way people reacted to Smith not starting a previous game in recent weeks, there's not really an explanation, unless it's due to fitness or injury, why Smith wouldn't start. And Bostock, I think, should be given at least 50 minutes starting place as well. I've gone with Rowe at Cam. I think that's probably the best way to go forward. And then up front, I've gone with Josh Martin and Rio Griffiths. No Geordie Hawula. I don't care that he scored against Huddersfield B team in a behind the closed doors match. I do not give a rat's backside about that. Geordie Hawula, in my personal opinion, does not fit the Doncaster Rovers way. I don't think he's right for the squad. I don't think his reactions, in terms of his goal reactions and making a bad pass reactions, I don't think they are mature enough I mean, I hope to be proved wrong, but from what I've seen from Fleetwood and from what I saw against Fleetwood the first time round, that bad touch in the 70th minute and then stomping around the pitch, we were all absolutely raging at the time, and I'm still raging thinking about it now. He is not my kind of player. He's a nice guy. I've spoken to him many, many times. I'll go for a drink with the lad, but he's not my kind of Doncaster Rovers player unless I'm proved wrong between now and the end of the season. A lot of people have written him off already. I want to keep that 1% of hope, but I don't know. So I've gone with Martin and Rio up front. I think Martin adds a bit of width to the forward position. I think Rio could do some good with Martin next to him, but that's just my opinion. So, predicted scoreline. Again, this is a hard one because at the start of the week I would have said draw. And I wanna cling on to something. I wanna cling on to something. If we get a draw against one of Charlton's stronger teams this season, then that might be a good point. But in our situation, a point's not enough anymore. You've got to go for the 3. You've got to see out 3 points. We can't just go. If we get a goal early, we can't just stick to 1 goal and sit back, because that's terrible football. We didn't pay 20 odd quid to see that. We didn't pay between 17 and 24 quid to see that. Some people might have paid more. My early bird sale season ticket for next season's 99 quid. I think it goes up to 149 quid after the early bird sell in about a week or under a week. 149 quid's decent price. Overall, 149 quid, but not if you're paying 149 quid for the whole year to see terrible football like that. Taking a goal early and sitting back. People say, well, we're in a relegation zone, we expect to be playing scrappy little football. No, don't play scrappy little football. If they are there to be got at, go for them. Be ruthless as a manager. Gary McSheffrey was talking about making ruthless decisions in the contracts department. Give the players the direction that they need to be ruthless on the pitch, because if they be ruthless on the pitch, then it's going to be harder for you to make ruthless decisions in terms of contracts. And look, in terms of him saying he's going to have to make ruthless decisions on contracts and things like that, a further indication for me that he's staying beyond this season, which, again, I'll reassume my point. I'm not against Gary McSheffrey being manager next season, because I think he needs a full season to really prove himself, to bring in more people and play the football that maybe he wants to play. Again, like Wellens, look at the football he's playing with Leyton Orient. Maybe this survival football is what we've been forced to play because of certain personnel. Get those personnel out in the summer, whatever league we're in, and bring in the people to play your style, then maybe we'll see a different style. If we don't, then the manager has to go. But again, I'm going to give McSheffrey the whole year just to see what he does. But that's a different story. So in terms of scoreline, then I'm going to go for a 1. I'm going to go for a 1-0 victory to us. I don't think it'll be comfortable. I think we'll get a goal. I think we'll do what we usually do. We'll sit back. We'll open up the second half a bit. We'll take the game to them a little bit in the second half, hopefully, and then fade away towards the last 10-15 minutes and just hang on. I think that's what will happen. I think it'll be an MK Dons type performance. Maybe a little less, defensively well organised. Maybe we'll get lucky a few times, but I think it'll be sort of similar to MK Dons, I think. So, there we are, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I'm the CHALL. Please like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.
Right foot to top